couldn't agree on the price they said for. I said, or how much they wanted to knock down, or I don't know. I didn't ask them.
Well, are you gonna do roll call? I don't know.
I did it anymore.
I can do them off the,
Yeah, once I
Minutes.
call Dory, you'll do the roll call.
okay.
I mean, anytime you buy a house, you get an inspection. But usually, if you buy a house, you get an inspection done, and then I'm guessing something bad came back for the inspection that they wanted to knock the price down, and I'm guessing they didn't want to knock it down as much as the buyers wanted them to.
I don't know what the laws are in the books.
I tried.
I can totally understand why too.
Try not to do these.
All right, let's call the meeting to order. We're gonna first call the planning commission meeting to order, so roll call.
Okay, I have Doug Amberger. Here. Jerry Bennett.
Here.
Brad Dreyer.
Been removed.
Okay, so he's removed. Oops, I'm saying her right name. Jim Dunbar. Here. Beth Enneking.
We might be
She's been removed.
This is, I said this.
John Airgang
Is that here?
and Tony Gutzwaller.
Here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I made the agenda before the council changed their appointments.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll change them on here.
All right, first order of business, we need to make a motion to approve or reject the February 6th planning meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Second order of business, we have elections for the board. Currently, I'm the president of the board and Doug's the vice president of the board. Do we have any nominations for president of the board?
I'll nominate Tony Gutzwiller.
Any other nominations? Do we have a second?
He's not sure he wants it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we need a nomination for VP of the board. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, Jim.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Motion carries. And then we need to appoint one member of planning to the BZA board. I think currently that is Doug Amberger. So do we have any nominations?
I'll nominate Doug Amberger.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Who
All-
nominated first?
Jim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Motion carried. So now we're going to call to, hold on, I'm having a brain, whatever. We're going to bring in the zoning board. So I need roll call
Doug Amberger.
Here.
Tony Gutzwaller.
here.
Ken Wanstraw.
Here.
Pat Weisbrod.
Here.
And Lou Kaiser. Okay.
All right, so we need to make a motion to approve or reject the meeting minutes from December 4th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. And the same thing, we need to do an election for the BZA board. So currently I'm the president of the board. We need motions for president.
I would like to nominate Tony Gutzwiller.
Any other nominations?
That's the only time you ask that question. Ask it for VP. I'll second the nomination.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And currently Ken Wanstrath
Who's
is,
second?
who did second?
Doug.
Doug.
Okay.
And then we need a vice president. Currently, Ken Wonstroth is VP of the board. Do I have any nominations?
I'll nominate Ken Wonstroth, Vice President.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries.
All right. I'm not used to these voices, so.
That was first. I don't know who's
Let's
second.
see.
And
Doug first.
Doug was first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Pat, okay.
So the only order of business we have to discuss tonight is this B4 zone, which currently, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only thing allowed in a B4 is cell phone towers?
Yeah, there's two things. I tried to put off some of these things. The B4, the only thing is allowed is small cell facilities, and then the rooming or boarding house is allowed through a special exception, and that is it. I put off some of these maps too. B4, the only place it is around 46 and DeKalb. I don't know if you guys. So there's only a handful of parcels where it's at. So, but since I'm guessing when the UDO was changed, whenever that was 3 or 4 years ago, something wasn't carried over. The old UDO had a B4 zoning district, and I actually did look that up. They had a few things allowed through special exception, but right now the only thing allowed is a small cell facility. We had a variance last month because someone wanted to build something. I know the people back there, they are talking about getting the old eye doctor place, and once again we're running into the same thing where it's just nothing's allowed.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Ken, I think maybe they went through the B4 because this area is that area where we've got some residential homes that kind of the neighborhood said, yeah, you can make it business this far, but we don't want to expand. So I think the intent was to create a special zone for this area to make it clean, and somehow
we didn't get enough.
we didn't get anything in there. Yeah, so it seems to be a mishap here.
Either we need to probably rezone it or just change the table in the UDO to allow what we want in it. I don't think it matters either way. Either way, we're going to give a recommendation to council and they have to approve it.
Right, I was going to say, for anybody that is new or doesn't understand the process, in this situation, all we can do is give a recommendation to city council for their improvement. So the question is do we just get rid of the B4, or do we take the time to come up with the allowed uses in a B4? Either way, it's a recommendation to city council for their approval.
And I had printed off these. It's more condensed. It just shows the business districts and what's allowed in there from our UDO if we wanted to look at that. I printed several of those tables off.
So I think before we get too far, since we do have some of the public here who's interested in this, does anybody have a comment that they want to comment on the B4 or any interest in this? If so, if you step up to the podium. Ted, if you just state your name clearly and everything.
My name is Ted DeCalvey.
Huh?
Ted DeCalvey.
Okay. Hey, you're being recorded, so do try to use the mic. It's on YouTube, just so you know.
Well, first off, thank you for allowing me to speak. We do intend to turn the eye doctor's building into a business, an insurance business for us. We already have a insurance business building that we rent. It's actually diagonal from the building that we're interested in. We actually have already put in a purchase agreement for the building. It's been accepted. So in your leniency, I would hope that you would see that and grant us the correct zoning permit.
Say when they contacted me earlier this week, it was going to be too late to put on the agenda anyways. So, but I did tell them we were going to discuss it. So that's why those isn't on the agenda. We weren't going to get the public notices out for them to be on the agenda. But it was on the agenda to discuss this district. So I told them you can come and give your input there.
So the question is do we want to get rid of the B4? Thank you, Ted. Do you have anything else?
Nope, thank you.
Question is do we want to get rid of the B4 and decide that area, whether it fits best, whether it's a B1, B2, or B3, or do we want to spend the time to actually try to come up with the uses? So either way, we have to look at what each use allows and see if it makes sense for that area. Even if we get rid of it, we have to still pick.
They'll need to look at it and see what we think is the best use.
Currently, that whole area is mainly office. You got a vet there, but it's really mainly office.
It's mainly office, and that's what the zoning district is called. It's called business office. It just doesn't allow that for whatever reason, you know.
I've got a question. If you say get rid of it, does that mean get it out of the zoning altogether or just in that area?
Well, what we would do is by getting rid of it, we would remove the B4 zone. That's the only area that has the B4 designation, if I understand it.
Yes, it's just what
We'd rezone it. We'd either rezone it a different B1, 2, or 3, which would basically do away with the B4.
So what if I wanted to put a tower in next week on another piece of property? Could I get it zoned B4?
Well, the small cell facilities allowed in all the business districts, so you'll be good still.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, great, thanks.
So I guess the question is, do we want to look at what types we already have a bunch in and say, this makes sense for B3, B1, or B2, or do we want to add the uses? So I guess it's open to any thoughts on this.
Well, Mr. President, since I own 2 of the lots in that current B4, I'm probably just going to abstain from the discussion. Influence in the situation.
I think that in the past, there was hesitation of turning that into a more intense business zone because of the residences around there. And that's probably why that B4 came. I would suggest that somebody make a list of the 6 or 8 type of things off the list here that are allowed in there and recommend those additions to what's allowed in a B4, but leave it B4 because we don't want the high impact, I don't think, of the other B districts.
I would agree with that. I think there's too many uses in the other 3 for some of those.
Okay. If you guys want, I can go through and make a list, and I may ask for you guys' input at some point too before the next meeting. I'll present a list and.
So basically what we're talking, if everybody's in agreement with recommending to change, the use in there, we would basically have to reconvene after that list is done and vote on that. So they get the full package of what we're recommending to City Council.
And we should probably notify the rest. I mean, it looks like since they're here and Doug's here, we have half the business owners here anyways. But
Well, I guess
I'm gonna send out some public notice before we yeah.
Well, there's 2 reasons for me making that statement for clarification, is so that we're all on the same page about what the next steps are. But time frame wise, I think when it comes to what Ted and Shannon are looking to do, they're probably going to need to come in for a variance. And depending on when their purchase is going, I don't know what your timeline is, but I'm assuming it's going to be sooner than us going through another month to approve it, to send it to City Council for them to approve it.
Yeah.
So I just want to make a clarification so they understand what we still are going to need. Unless your timeline's longer, I think we're going to have to go through the variance portion for you guys.
So they have to come next month anyways.
Right, but I mean, I'm assuming they're not gonna wanna wait, well, I didn't, city council will happen after,
Yeah.
I mean, it would get voted within a couple weeks, but I don't know, you know.
Oh, I can walk with them and see where we're at if we think we can.
So that,
That's going to be after the.
Well,
That's going to be before the meeting either way.
yeah,
this map shows their corner to be B2, correct?
No, that's the vet's office.
Yeah, they'll.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at it from the, okay. This is the,
so I guess my point is, if we expect to close, we do believe office is going to go in this, because that's what it is now. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna close, we need to give them some comfortability that if they're gonna come in for the variance, it's gonna be a reasonable request.
well, wouldn't their current doctor's office be grandfathered in as an office?
Yeah, but if the sale goes and the use changes, it kicks that out, that kicks that grandfather out.
They changed the use.
Yeah. So either way, you guys are gonna have to apply for the variance, which, again, we're gonna put business office in there, so. I mean, I don't want you to hold the close or anything like that based on a formality of timing here, when we know where it's all going. I mean, we're not gonna pull a business occupancy out of this area.
No, we would put business in here, so it's just a matter of how comfortable they are with closing, knowing it's.
And the other reason why I say that's very important, because someone's actually closed in this area, I think Ken remembers this, and then came in for the variance after they closed the property, and they were going outside this red limit, and they didn't get the variance, so it was kind of a bad move on their part, but I mean, you're within the B, so I wouldn't stop what you're doing, I guess is what I'm saying. We just can't physically do this any quicker than what we're doing. If that makes sense. So basically what I'm hearing is we're gonna keep the B4
Change it,
and we're gonna change the uses in there and make a recommendation.
make it more restrictive to just more offices stuff.
Right. So basically, we need to make a motion for that. Yes? I mean, do we need to vote on it?
it's just a discussion. Then once we get it written up, then we'll make a motion on it.
Well, we'll do a sort of a vote here, because does anybody have a different idea on what we're talking about here? Is there any problem with that?
One question. So I'm looking at the B2 and the difference between the B4, and because, the businesses around, what is the main difference between B2 and B4 that's not allowing them to, I'm trying to understand.
business stuff. The default only allows to have a special exception. And the only thing that's really permitted is this small cell facility. That's all that, just nothing's permitted in the default, so
All of these have businesses.
don't grandfather in.
Oh, they're all grandfathered in as the biggest business.
Yes, don't grandfather in, but anytime it sells or someone buys it and
Right, I
changes the
understand.
use, we have to.
You have to change the, grandfather.
And basically this, the way the new code was written up was to avoid variances and the rest, and somehow this,
I honestly think they just forgot
Correct.
to check boxes in the table for default.
I agree. I don't
Follow
know.
what happened. And it didn't come up till last month when one of the lots sold, and we looked at
We
it.
weren't allowed to put anything in there.
Yes.
All right, so everybody kind of in agreement the direction we're gonna go? So you're gonna go ahead and put what you're thinking the recommended,
Yeah.
and then we'll just,
Send it to you guys at council and see what feedback people give me.
okay.
So hopefully we just have to send it through plan commission and
Well, so we'll still have to come back and vote on that.
we'll have to come back and vote, but
But you expect to send it out before the next meeting?
so yeah, I'm hoping to get some feedback so we only have to do it once rather than
All right.
rather than me come here, someone say, I want this.
I agree. I think we all should take the time to look at this first and give the feedback. So so that we can come in and make the next meeting.
Yes. And not go back again and change it again.
You never know, there could be 100 people in here next time. I agree. Yep. So without anything else on the agenda, does anybody else have anything else they would like to discuss? If not, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Sure.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
I'm understanding that what's the negative?
no. Well,
This is the one you're talking about. So,
yes, I mean, we could rezone them all.
but right now you, because they're only asking, so it would have
Well,
to
they
be.
didn't. They called me today.